Thank you, Karthik. Toastmaster Abdul Halir, the handicap Toastmaster Abdul Halir. The stage is all yours.
Am I audible?
Yes.
What kind of picture does your mind draws when you hear the word handicap? Someone with broken legs, deformed limbs, or someone who can't see or speak, some physical disabilities. But tell me, are those people are really handicapped? A fellow Toastmasters, a warm good evening to you all. Let me tell you the story of two brothers who was fresh graduates, full of hopes and dreams, but one small difference. One fine morning, the elder brother named Ajay sits in his home with a coffee mug in one hand and newspaper classified in others, highlighting for job vacancies. Suddenly he felt nudge in his head and looks up. It was his younger brother Ajit. Started again. Even well able people like us can't find a job. What are you going to say in an interview? Say, bah, bah, bah? Yes. Ajay was mute. He can't speak. Yet his brothers despise words. He kept doing what he was doing because he believed his silence is not his fault, but his own language. He applied an interview after another. After multiple rejections, there was an interview call. On the big day, he stepped into the hall filled with the confident candidates with the crisp shirts, shining shoes. He was a little panicked and sat on his seat. His heart is pounding. Everyone is well able. He feels inferior. The guy next to him just turned with a smile and said, "Hi, I'm Arun." Ajay, with a smile and shook his hand back and pointed his name in his resume. Arun was frowned. Ajay felt that and he gestured very normally that he couldn't speak. Sorry, you couldn't speak, but you are here for the interview? Are you crazy? Guys, look, here's a guy who can't speak, but he wants a job. Funny guy. Everyone around laughed and mocked towards Ajay. But Ajay smiled along with them. But those words cut his heart like a shred of glasses. Then there's a faint sound from the behind. Are you guys even educated? Don't you guys know how to treat the people? This is one of the candidates is a kind-hearted man. Look at Ajay and said, "Don't bother them. You got it." Then interview started. Candidates walk in one after another and came out with a long face saying, "Defeated." Now it's a time for Arun. He got in with a grin smile and with a confidence, came back with his face showing the answers. Rejected. And it's time for Ajay. He steps into the interview panel hall. There are three panelists who are a little older with a foam iron coats and suits. Looks so bold. Ajay's heart sank, yet he sat on his seat. The first question threw towards him. There was a sudden, confident, loud voice echoed on the room. Surprise! He used his phone through the app, text to the voice, followed by the multiple few questions. His phone responded back as his voice when he typed. That's not very common. Then come the specific question. He has typing, but his autocorrect goes wild. His hand trembled. His heart sank. He's getting nervous and his eyes filled with tears. Ajay stood up from his chair to give up and quit from the interview. Suddenly, one of the panelists signed him to sit in the sign language. Yes, one among the panelists is also mute. Can't speak. But in that moment, there's a conversation happened in a silent, spoke louder than any conversation ever happened over there in his life. And he came out. Now his eyes is swelled up without tears, but curves upward with happiness. He got a job. Now tell me who is handicapped over here? The brother who can't speak or the brother who mocked? The person who keep trying again and again and again are the people who judge a lot. What would be your thought if I say that younger brother was me? How many of you know that the great Johnny Depp, who plays Captain Jack Sparrow, is partially visually impaired? The world-renowned scientist Stephen Hawking, he can't move a single thigh in his body, but he moved the entire universe with his mind. You have a Bruce Willis, Helen Keller, Franklin Roosevelt. The list goes on. They are not disabled. They are differently able. Because disability is not in this body. It's in the mind that choose to forget or refuse to see beyond the difference. It's in the heart that choose cruelty over compassion. It's in the mouth that mocks rather than motivating and supporting the people. Friends, if our vision of others judged or clouded by the judgment, we are the true. Let's build a world, at least now, to judge the people, not to judge the people by what they lack, rather than how much they try. Let's not let our mind to be handicapped. I'm not handicapped anymore. Are you? Kemuri.
That's an impactful, amazing speech, Abdul. Thank you so much for putting us through a mental vivid imagination of the interview scene and the events which transpired during that. Thank you so much. With that said, we come to the end of prepared